Mario and Peach set off for a tropical vacation, but what they found on Isle Delfino was far from paradise. Chaos, pollution, and a mystery that puzzled fans for decades. Why did Mario end up on this island? Who truly orchestrated this so-called vacation? And could it all trace back to one surprising culprit? Today, we're diving into the mystery of Super Mario Sunshine to uncover what really happened. So grab a snack, kick back, and let's get in. At first glance, Super Mario Sunshine seems like a typical Mario game. Mario and Peach head to Isle Delfino for a relaxing getaway, but the moment they arrive, things spiral out of control. Shadow Mario is wreaking havoc. The island is covered in toxic goop, and Mario is immediately framed for the destruction. But here's the thing, none of this feels random. Shadow Mario's timing is too perfect. The Pianta's accusation comes too quickly. And conveniently, Flood, a device designed specifically to clean up this mess, is waiting for Mario at the airstrip. Could this vacation have been a trap all along? When it comes to Mario's enemies, Bowser is usually the mastermind. But in Super Mario Sunshine, his son, Bowser Jr., takes the stage. Disguised as Shadow Mario, Bowser Jr. wreaks havoc across Isle Delfino, framing Mario for the destruction. His ultimate goal? To kidnap Mama Peach, believing she's his mother. But how did Bowser Jr. pull off such a well-executed plan? The key lies in the magic paintbrush. This powerful tool lets Bowser Jr. create the graffiti causing the island's chaos. What's puzzling is its origin. The paintbrush was created by Professor E. Gadd, the same inventor behind Flood and Luigi's Poltergust 3000. So why would E. Gadd give such a device to Bowser Jr.? One theory is that Bowser Jr. tricked E. Gadd by disguising himself as Mario, convincing the professor that he was helping the hero. But what if E. Gadd wasn't fooled? Could he have knowingly handed the paintbrush to Bowser Jr.? And if so, why? Was it a mistake or part of a bigger plan? Meanwhile, Bowser's presence on Isle Delfino raises questions. Hidden in Corona Mountain, it's clear Bowser and his son coordinated their efforts. They destabilized the island and turned its residents against Mario. This not only weakened the Piantas, but also created the perfect distraction for their schemes. Bowser and Bowser Jr.'s plan was clever and almost flawless, but the true mystery lies in the connection between E. Gadd and the paintbrush. Was this chaos orchestrated solely by the Koopa family, or did E. Gadd play a bigger role than anyone realized? Isle Delfino is inhabited by the Piantas. They seem like a welcoming group, but the moment Mario steps onto the island, their demeanor changes. He's accused of polluting the island, dragged and rushed into a trial, and swiftly sentenced to clean up the mess. It feels suspiciously orchestrated, as though they were waiting for him to arrive. Was this a misunderstanding, or something far more calculated? The island needs help. This toxic goop is spreading. The Shine Sprites have vanished, and Isle Delfino's status as a tropical tourist haven is crumbling. Their economy and way of life are at stake, and the Piantas may have seen Mario as the perfect solution. Framing him could have been a strategic move, one that forced him into becoming their savior. And now we need to quickly talk about Flood. Conveniently waiting at the airstrip. It's perfectly designed to combat this pollution that's threatening the island. So, who placed it there? And why? Could the Piantas have known about Flood? Or could they have even collaborated with E. Gadd to ensure Mario had the tools needed to save the island? But here's the strange part. If they truly believed Mario was guilty, why didn't they focus on Shadow Mario? Did they genuinely mistake Shadow Mario for Mario? Or did they deliberately exploit the resemblance as an excuse to pin the blame on him and manipulate him into helping them? As Mario restores the island, the Piantas don't just watch, they actively guide his efforts, assigning tasks and pointing him toward polluted areas. It's almost as if they're managing his progress, ensuring their problems are solved. So, were they truly desperate victims of Shadow Mario's chaos? Or were they the ones pulling the strings all along? Whether the Piantas were driven by desperation or fear, their actions leave us questioning their true role in this mystery. Were they pawns of Shadow Mario's schemes as the game makes it out to be? Or did they make Mario their pawn instead? Professor E. Gadd never steps foot on Isle Delfino, yet his inventions are at the heart of everything that happens. Flood was created by E. Gadd, the tool that will help Mario clean the island. And so was the magic paintbrush, which Bowser Jr. later uses to cause chaos. The question is, why? Did something go terribly wrong? Or could this all be part of a larger plan? Let's start with Flood, conveniently waiting at the airstrip as mentioned before. It's almost as if someone anticipated Mario's arrival and knew he would need it to clear his name. Flood even seems suspiciously prepared, instantly identifying the problem and equipping Mario to handle it. But was its placement truly a coincidence? Then there's the magic paintbrush, bearing the same Gadd Science Incorporated logo. This tool directly causes the island's pollution. So why would Gadd create such a destructive device, let alone allow it to fall into Bowser Jr.'s hands? Was he tricked? Or did he knowingly give it to Bowser Jr.? As I was browsing online for theories about this subject, one theory kept coming up, which was Bowser Jr. disguised himself as Mario to deceive Gadd into handing over the paintbrush. But what if Gadd wasn't fooled? What if he deliberately gave it to Bowser Jr., perhaps to test its capabilities, or even to observe how it could be used? You see, Gadd has a history of creating inventions that blur the line between helpful and dangerous. In Luigi's Mansion, the Poltergust 3000 is essential for dealing with ghosts, but its very existence suggests that Gadd had prior knowledge of their behaviour. So could the events on Isle Delfino have been another one of his experiments, testing his creations on a larger scale? Or maybe it's even more deliberate. What if Gadd orchestrated the entire scenario? Mario and Peach's vacation might not have been random. Perhaps Gadd subtly influenced their trip. Flood's precise placement, the timing of Shadow Mario's attacks, and the paintbrush's role all suggest careful planning. What do you think? Do you think Gadd would have known about the Shine Sprites and their importance to this island's well-being? And what about Flood? Flood's dialogue reveals a level of sentience, as if it had a specific mission. It raises the question, did Gadd program Flood to guide Mario, knowing that he would rise to the challenge? Or was there a hidden agenda behind his actions that even Mario didn't realize? Gadd's involvement in the events on Isle Delfino remains one of the greatest mysteries in the game. Was he simply an inventor caught in Bowser Jr.'s schemes? Or was he a mastermind, orchestrating everything from behind the scenes? Either way, his creations hold the key to unraveling this adventure. The Shine Sprites are at the heart of Isle Delfino's troubles. Flood explains they once gathered at the Shine Gate, radiating light and warmth all across the island. But when Shadow Mario's graffiti started to appear, polluting the land, the Shine Sprites scattered, leaving the island in darkness. On the surface, it seems like a straightforward chain of events, that it was pollution that drove them away. But what if their disappearance wasn't accidental? What if it was deliberate, meant to summon Mario to the island? I know, bear with me for a second. Let's examine the timeline. Shadow Mario's vandalism begins before Mario arrives, creating a chaos and scaring off the Shine Sprites. This sets the stage for the island's breakdown. But here's the strange thing, despite their immense power, the Shine Sprites don't try to stop the pollution or reclaim the Shine Gate. Instead, they vanish. It can't help but make you think, was this a plan to summon Mario to the island to be their savior? Let's talk about the magic paintbrush again. Bowser Jr. uses it to spread the graffiti across the island, which eventually drives away the Shine Sprites. But here's the twist. What if the Shine Sprites anticipated this? What if by allowing Bowser Jr. to cause chaos, they created a situation dire enough to demand Mario's intervention? What do you think? Do you think the Shine Sprites could have manipulated Bowser Jr.? Or did they see his action as an opportunity to summon their hero of the Mushroom Kingdom? Maybe the Shine Sprites didn't flee in fear. Maybe they scattered themselves across the island as part of a test. A test for Mario to prove his heroism, and for the Piantas to confront their own flaws and find redemption. When you look at it this way, there's a whole new meaning to the game. Super Mario Sunshine becomes more than just an adventure. It becomes a story of restoring balance between the island's people, its environment, and the Shine Sprites who sustain it all. But if this theory is true, it changes everything. The Shine Sprites weren't merely victims, they were orchestrators. Their disappearance, Bowser Jr.'s graffiti, even Flood's convenient placement. All of it could have been part of a plan to bring Mario to the island, cleanse its corruption, and restore harmony. So what do you think? Do you think the Shine Sprites were innocent victims, or were they masterminds all along? Let us know your theories in the comments below. But, hold on. There's someone still lurking in the shadows. The Toads. Think about it, these cheerful little mushrooms might not be as innocent as they seem. First off, while Mario is out here scrubbing the goop and fighting Shadow Mario and saving Peach for the millionth time, what are the Toads doing? Standing around, waving, maybe enjoying a pina colada or two. They're too relaxed. And then there's the kidnapping. Shadow Mario grabs Peach and the Toads do nothing to stop him. No attempt to save her. What if this isn't incompetence? What if it's all part of the bigger plan? Let's not forget the trial. Mario is framed for polluting Isle Delfino, and do the Toads speak up to defend him? No. Not a single objection from Toadsworth, only Peach. It's like they were totally fine with Mario taking the fall. But perhaps the most damning piece of evidence in this entire tangled web happens mere moments after Mario and Peach land on Isle Delfino. This airstrip is just filled with goop everywhere, and while everyone else is losing their heads, who steps up with a calm and calculated suggestion?
Master Mario, if you would, cross over to that shore and find some assistance.
Toadsworth. He tells Mario to head to the shore to find assistance. Seemingly innocent advice, right? Wrong. Because guess what's waiting for Mario across the shore? Flood.
If you would, cross over to that shore and find some assistance.
It's as if Toadsworth knew Flood would be there, perfectly preparing for Mario to take the fall. Coincidence? What if the Toads were in this from the start? Think about it. Who organised this vacation? It had to be the Toads. They're the ones who sent Mario and Peach to Isle Delfino, right into Bowser and Bowser Jr.'s trap. What if they knew Peach would get kidnapped? What if they wanted Mario to get framed? Maybe this whole thing is just a setup. Okay. I'm kidding. Probably. The Toads aren't really evil masterminds. Right? Anyway, to the conclusion. Super Mario Sunshine has always been my favourite game, but as I've grown older, I've found myself thinking differently about it. The mysteries, the characters, and the story, they all feel deeper than they once did. Like there's more beneath the surface than I ever thought. It makes me think, was Bowser really pulling the strings? Or did the Piantas truly know more than they let on? Could Professor E. Gadd's inventions hold the answers? Or were the Shine Sprites behind it all along? What do you think? Were these events pure chaos or part of a carefully crafted plan? Share your theories in the comments below if you have any. And if you enjoyed this dive into the mysteries of Super Mario Sunshine, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe. My name's Kooda. Thank you for watching.